I mean, let's be real. Joe Biden's old. He's too old. He's gonna die any day soon. Instead of being in the White House, he should be in a retirement home.
Don't be bamboozled by these cable channels. It is war on Trump. It is war on the Republican Party. Don't be bamboozled by these cable channels. I did everything right and they indicted me.
What is up, motherfuckers? How are y'all doing? Today we're going to look at a video I saw on Twitter promoting Joe Biden, and I have some strong feelings about it. Since election 2024 is upon us, everybody's all up in arms about the candidates, especially about the current president, who, at the moment, is an old mental retard who can't stop falling.
Derp derpity derp 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 derpity derp 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 derpity derp 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 derpity derp derp derp.
Damn! You got fucked up!
What an embarrassment. No wonder the vast majority of the country disapproves of Biden, especially the people of my generation, Generation Z. In fact, Joe Biden is so desperate to get reelected that he decided to pay people of my age group to do propaganda for him on social media, telling everybody to vote for his dying ass. And among those propagandists, we have this.
And the only thing I can ever hear about Joe Biden is they're like, Chris, Joe Biden is old. Joe Biden is old. I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care. We don't care.
Really? We'll see how much we don't really care after this. So without further ado, let's dive right in.
A lot of people are surprised to learn how productive the Joe Biden presidency has actually been. Like, unemployment is at a 54-year low.
Really? Let's fact check this. Holy shit! He's actually right. Unemployment is at a 54-year low. Well, I guess this guy was right and I was wrong, so Joe Biden's a good president after all. And that's the end of the video. If you guys could, please like and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you all in the next one.
He's created 13 million jobs.
Yeah, 13 million jobs are being created, except that these jobs don't even pay shit. These jobs are so low paid that workers want to leave.
Hey, this ain't break time. Get back to work.
And I already debunked the whole narrative of new jobs being created thanks to Joe Biden in my State of the Union video. So, if you guys haven't seen that, please go check that out. The link will be in the description.
Inflation has gone down for like the 14th month in a row.
Inflation is going down, yet prices are going up.
He's invested more money than anyone in infrastructure in the last, 3 decades. Did you even know that? He passed the first meaningful gun reform in decades. He's invested more money in climate change than any president ever. Like $500 billion. There's a lot of misinformation about that one. New leases for oil drilling projects have decreased 97% under Biden compared to Trump. Did you know that?
Okay, there's not really much to debunk here because a lot of the shit that he's saying here is true. Yes. Joe Biden is doing much more than any other president when it comes to climate change. But it's still not enough, though. Statistics have shown that my fellow Latinos, along with black people and other ethnic minorities, are still being affected by the problems created by climate change. And what is Joe Biden going to do about that? And about the oil drilling projects, you do realize that Joe Biden has supported oil drillings for the vast majority of his presidency. It's only recently that he decided to stop them. But what does that say about the old crutch? That he pretty much says and does anything just to get himself in power. I mean, think about it. Joe Biden supports oil drillings after getting backlash from right-wingers because he's supposedly anti-energy. And now that the 2024 election is coming, and environmentalists are going hard at him for supporting oil drillings, all of a sudden, Joe Biden is anti-oil drillings. See, here's the thing when it comes to these politicians. They don't give a fuck about you. For them, it's all about votes. It's all about power.
O fellow members of the Roman Senate, hear me. Shall we continue to build palace after palace for the rich? Or shall we aspire to a more noble purpose and build decent housing for the poor? How does the Senate vote?
Fuck the poor!
Now I can hear some of my progressives out there being like, hey, it don't matter what the president believes as long as they're doing good policies. Except that if the president or any other politician does good policies just to keep themselves in power, they can just easily do bad policies if it's convenient to them. And in the case of Joe Biden, if Joe Biden, flip-flops to the right side just to gain more votes, he can just easily flip-flop to the wrong direction also to get more votes. And when it comes to giving Joe Biden credit, my position is only give credit where credit is due. Don't be like Vosh, who says don't criticize Biden ever. And definitely don't be like Jimmy Dore, who says don't give Biden credit on anything ever.
The list goes on and on and on and on.
Yeah, the list goes on and on and on. Just like Joe Biden sending weapons to Ukraine, meanwhile neglecting the people in places like Ohio and Hawaii. Now sure, Russia's the aggressor in the Ukraine war. But sending weapons to Ukraine is not going to help things. Instead, it makes things worse.
He's been inclusive. He invests tons of money in mental health care. I mean, compare this to the other guy.
Yeah, he's been inclusive. Like, that's the only real difference between Republicans and Democrats. These Democrats want to pretend to be the friends of us minorities. Meanwhile, they don't change anything systemically. It's kind of like what Malcolm X said about white liberals.
In this crooked game of power politics here in America, the Negro, namely the race problem, integration, civil rights issue, are all nothing but tools used by the whites who call themselves liberals against another group of whites who call themselves conservatives, either to get into power or to retain power. Among whites here in America, the political teams are no longer divided into Democrats and Republicans. The whites who are now struggling for control of the American political throne are divided into liberal and conservative camps. The white liberals from both parties cross party lines to work together toward the same goal. And white conservatives from both parties do likewise. The white liberal differs from the white conservative only in one way. The liberal is more deceitful, more hypocritical than the conservative. Both want power, but the white liberal is the one who has perfected the art of posing as the Negro's friend and benefactor. And by winning the friendship and support of the Negro, the white liberal is able to use the Negro as a pawn or a weapon in this political football game that is constantly raging between the white liberals and the white conservatives. The American Negro is nothing but a political football, and the white liberals control this ball through tricks or tokenism, false promises of integration and civil rights.
Yep, couldn't have said it better myself, bruh.
Who's being indicted 1, 2, 3, 4, I don't know how many times, on RICO charges. He's been impeached twice. He's got a second defamation lawsuit.
Sure, Orange Monkey's being arrested, as he fucking should, but Joe Biden is that much of a corrupt piece of shit as much as Trump is. I mean, he's a fucking war criminal, for God's sake. And like all criminals, war criminals need to be put behind bars.
He sexually assaults women.
You know Biden sexually assaults women too, right?
I mean, what are we doing? He's trying to keep himself out of jail. And the only thing I can ever hear about Joe Biden is they're like, Chris, Joe Biden is old. Joe Biden is old. I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care. We don't care.
Of course you don't care. Because you're being paid to say this shit. And just to respond to that, yes, Joe Biden is old. Joe Biden is old, and he is a...
Well, I'm glad to see you. And I tell you, I enjoy conversion.
Now, some of the people watching this must be like, if Donald Trump is terrible, if Joe Biden is terrible, then who should we vote for in 2024? Well, I'm glad you asked. Drum roll, please. Cornel West 2024, baby! Now, why is Cornel West the best option, you may ask? Because for one, he's not a Republican or a Democrat, which means, yay, finally, someone who's not part of the fucking duopoly. Like every election that takes place, it's always, we gotta vote for a less of two evils in order to save democracy. And when a new president takes over, nothing systemic changes. Nah, I want some actual change. And Cornel West best presents that actual change. Because a third party is what we fucking need, and a third party is what the vast majority of this country wants. Now sure, third parties don't win elections, but at least they help bring up important issues. And if Cornel West gets at least 5% of the vote, that'll be a huge step in the right fucking direction. So yes, voting for Cornel West in 2024 is going to help, even if he loses, which unfortunately, there's not really that much of a chance of him being president anyway. And another reason why I'm voting for Cornel West in 2024 is because he's good on the issues. I mean, just look at this. dismantling the empire, unleashing democracy, saving the planet. Fuck yeah, I'm all for that. And most importantly, he's way better than Marianne Williamson when it comes to the Russia-Ukraine war. Now, why is that important? Because I don't want to see the world go extinct because of a stupid nuclear conflict between two fucked up leaders like Vladimir Putin and Volodymyr Zelensky. And that is why I'm voting for Cornel West in 2024. So for me, it's West 2024 or bust. And if Trump wins, which hopefully he will not, don't blame Cornel West. Instead, blame Joe Biden and the Democrats for not doing their job. And that's pretty much all I have to say. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? Let me know why. If you want to see more content like this, please like and subscribe to my channel. And press that bell notification so you don't miss out on our next video. You never know when I upload. And if you could, please follow me on social media. My Facebook, Instagram, Threads, and even Twitter are all in the description. So check me out there. And that's right, I said Twitter. I am not calling it X, so fuck you, Elon. And that's the end of the video. See you in the next one.
The charge is falsifying business records.
I will get Trump.
It's felony criminal conduct.
I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna get